Hey everybody, my name is AceFangirl, and my cursor is directly in the way of the judge. Whoops, my bad. Welcome back to another episode of Aviary Attorney. Last time, we finished up our investigation rather quickly, and we started the trial, again, rather quickly. Wow, everything happens fast. I learned in between episodes that saving does not work the way that I think it does, so I had to replay the whole trial again up to this point. That's fine, now I know. So, in the last one, we started the trial. We heard from the inspector, who said that our client, Dame Kathleen, had blood on her hands at the crime scene, which we did not know, but we quickly realized that it's because she was forced to eat a bloody rare steak with her bare hands. Donna. So the judge basically said investigator man, I forget his name already. Whatever, he's probably not important. Go away, you're not useful. And now we have our next witness, so let's find out who that is. Yes, of course, Your Honor. I call upon, let's see, Monsieur Robitio Robinio, the photographer who attended the banquet on the night of the murder. Monsieur Robitio Robinio, please approach the stand and recite the oath. Apparently this is their oath. Oh, there he is. How does it go? I swear to speak without hatred and without fear, to tell the whole truth and nothing but the truth. It's a little cliche, to be perfectly honest. I am this man. Could the witness please introduce himself for the court record? Huh, as if anybody in this courtroom does not— wow, this guy has loud music too. As if anybody in this courtroom does not immediately recognize me. I am the great Monsieur Robitio Robinio. I'm not sure why that guy's name gives me so much trouble. Cutting-edge photographer and visionary. I don't just take people's pictures, I capture their very essence. Je suis l'artiste, tu es un pipe. Pipe? Pip? Pip? No, that's a word I've never seen before. Dang it, French. If I didn't know there was gonna be so much French in this game, I would have studied, but I didn't read the summary or anything. I thought it was British, to be perfectly honest. You may have seen my works in hit magazines Les Branches or C'est Chouette. I could send you tweets if you like. Oh my god, tweets. I get it. What on earth is a tweet? Bird-to-bird communication. Come on, Falcon. It's the 19th century. Get with the times already. Seriously. Yes, your works are very impressive, Monsieur Robinio, but let's get down to business. Could you tell us your activities were on the night of the murder? There should be a what in there, I believe. What? Very well. I was hired by Baron Roguil to capture the evening's events. I arrived at 7 in the evening. I pointed my camera and captured the beauty of the banquet in one fantastic photograph. Then I billed Baron Roguil and left. Like a true artist. Too true. Sorry. And with regards to the photograph itself, who did you photograph? I thought you might ask. I brought a copy. Sorry, I didn't read that. I thought that was the end of the sentence, but it wasn't. Oh, very good. Let's take a closer look. What? Wait a minute. This is not the same picture. Now Baron Roguil is in it, and our client is not. My word, this is a very exquisite picture, isn't it? So let's see, who do we have here? In the middle, we see Baron Roguil, the lion who hosted the event. On the left, we see Seigneur Pertois Demiao, the father of the defendant, Dame Kathleen. And finally, we see the housemaid, Colleen Duhau, who I suspect may have snuck into the picture uninvited. Wow, you don't know that. Freaking rude. As you can see, two people are clearly absent from the photograph. The first is the victim, Monsieur Gwenway, and the second is the defendant, Dame Kathleen Demiao. Quite suspicious, wouldn't you agree? Just a moment, Monsieur Rabington. This proves nothing. So the defendant and the victim were not photographed with the others. That doesn't mean they were in the garden together at that point. Hold your horses, Falcon. I'm not done yet. The prosecution may continue. I like how that guy just constantly looks back and forth regardless of what's happening. Behind the photograph subject, we see a wall clock with the time set at 7:30. Bruh, that clock doesn't have any hands, and I know that for a fact. Now, why is that time significant? Well, as Inspector Volati told us earlier, that was the exact time the murder took place. Do you see, Falcon? Every suspect has an alibi at the time of the murder, save for Dame Kathleen herself. Hey Falcon, that photograph doesn't seem right. It looks different to the one we borrowed from Robinho's studio. I see it too. Yeah, we have a very different photograph. Our photograph shows Colleen Duhau, Dame Catherine, and Seigneur Portoir. Seigneur? I'm not sure how to pronounce that either. But Monsieur Robinho's photograph shows Baron Rourgil where Dame Catherine should be standing. Suspicious! If we assume that only one photograph was taken, then this demonstrates that one of the photographs must have been edited in some way. You should just slam that evidence down, be like, BAM! Inconsistency, this whole courtroom is out of order, case closed. I can't do that. Well, I suppose you could be a little more delicate with your words. No, he can't because we obtained that evidence illegally, fam. No, I mean, I can't do that because our evidence was illegally obtained. Yay! Finally, you could take a page out of this book, Ace Attorney. If I were to present it, Monsieur Robinho would ask how we acquired it, and the whole trial could derail. In a worst-case scenario, I could lose my legal license, and we would be arrested for theft. Oh. Well, we don't want that. No. No, we don't. I should tread lightly. Your Honor, I would like to cross-examine the witness. Very well. The defense may proceed. Good thing we noticed 2 inconsistencies, eh? Huh. It's a waste of time, if you ask me. Photographs are rock-solid evidence. Hello. I like your hat. And then it matches your jacket. Select a statement. Well, I want to ask about the photograph because I want to see if that will get me where I want. Let's take a closer look at this photograph. Yeah, because see, there's hands in this clock. I'm not sure if you can actually see my cursor. No, it doesn't look like you can. Weird. Okay. I see... Why is it in black and white? I see a mistake. Now, I'm hoping it's not going to directly get me to the people in the photograph, because that's not what I'm looking at. Just to clarify, Monsieur Robinho, photographs are a direct reflection of reality, are they not? That is correct. The photographic process leaves no room for bias or inaccuracies. That is most curious, because I see a mistake. A mistake? Impossible! I just told you, monsieur. The camera is a perfect unbiased device. The photographs it produces are flawless. Falcon, I'm not seeing any mistakes. Perhaps you could be more specific. Certainly. Click on the area that you believe contains a mistake. The clock. The clock in this photograph. There's something not right about it. Well, isn't that convenient? The defense sees something wrong with the key piece of evidence that implicates his client. Don't give me that cocky tone, Monsieur Rabbington. I have evidence that there's something wrong with the clock in this picture. Shut him down, that's right. Boy, look at this. The photograph clearly shows the clock's hand pointing at 7 and 6. That much is, like, self-evident. Oh no, he's not a Valley Girl, don't add like. Which is most curious because the clock in the lounge of Chateau Crenier has no hands. It has no hands? The clock is merely a decorative piece, a talking item. Feel free to ask Baron Rourgil or his housemaid if you have doubts. Monsieur Robinho, how do you explain this discrepancy? Ha ha! I don't know. There must be some sort of mistake. My camera's flawless. Yeah, I don't think it's his fault. There is no mistake, monsieur. Your photograph depicts something that does not exist in the real world. Maybe there was an error in the printing process? An error precisely where the clock's hand should be? Please, monsieur, don't patronize us. Allow me to offer a more plausible explanation. You, Monsieur Robinho, edited this photograph. Edited? I'm no expert, but I suspect that you used paint or ink to carefully put hands upon the clock. It would have been a simple task considering that the clock face was bare. One could even speculate that you specifically chose to include a handless clock in this photograph just to simplify the editing process. Now, I don't think this is necessarily right, but what do you say to that, sir? Falcon, your reasoning is absurd. Why would the witness do such a thing? Is it not obvious? By showing the photograph to have taken place at precisely 7:30, it clears all the photograph's subjects of suspicion. In other words, Monsieur Robinho created a perfect alibi. What do you say to that, good sir? Ha ha ha. Of course, this raises further questions. Who is the witness protecting? And why? Was Monsieur Robignol coerced, bribed, threatened? Enough silence. Let's hear some answers, Monsieur Robignol. Fine, you've got me. I'm guilty. I did it all. You did it? You're confessing to the murder of Monsieur Grenouet? No. What? No. I have no idea who killed the frog. I'm just admitting that I'm guilty of producing fraudulent photographs. I was ordered to make changes to the printed photographs. And yes, that included adding hands to the clock. What other changes did you make? You were ordered by whom? I dare not say. This is a court of law, good sir. You must say. Monsieur Robin Discord? Thank you. I strongly advise you to answer the defense's question. You have pledged to speak without fear, after all. With respect, Judge, I fear his claws more than I fear the punishment of the justice system. I shall name no names. His claws. Did you hear that, Falcon? That is most unfortunate. That is most unfortunate? You can't force him to talk? Monsieur Robignol, we cannot and shall not torture names out of you. We don't live under the Ancien regime, after all. Ancien? But since you've admitted to falsifying evidence, then we cannot keep you on the stand as a witness. Take your leave. You shall be charged with perjury in due course. Charge him now! I can't protest. That's the least I deserve for my failure as an artist. Good day, messieurs. Bye, I guess. What is this, Ace Attorney? Oh, hey. Getting a little favor. Cool. So, the clock's hands were painted on. So what? It doesn't matter. The photograph still depicts Dame Cataline as absent close to the time of the murder. That's significant. Don't be dense, Monsieur Rabington. If the photograph was not completely genuine, then it cannot be considered reliable evidence. Why not? It's still a portrayal of the night's events. Because if we accept that one part of the picture was edited, then we must accept the possibility that other parts were too. It is possible that Dame Cataline was painted out. Even worse, it's possible that another person was painted in. We know that the witness was trying to cover for someone, so all possibilities must be accounted for. So what are you saying, Falcon? That the housemaid paid off the photographer? Or was it Signor Pertois de Miao, perhaps? I don't think so. The housemaid lacks the means or a motive, and it wouldn't make sense for Signor Pertois to implicate his own daughter. Well, surely you're not suggesting that the honest and beloved Baron Vorgil deliberately tried to frame Dame Cataline. Because that would be the most outlandish theory yet. The Baron is a pillar of our community. He would never do such a thing. Monsieur Rabington, I'm not here to throw accusations. That's the job of you, the prosecutor. Ooh, burn! However, mayhaps I should offer my opinion. Oh, hey! What's up, boy? Baron, it's not time for your witness testimony yet. So you would think, prosecutor, and yet I see my good reputation getting tarnished by your incompetence. I like his music. Incompetence? Indeed. Let us proceed with the witness questioning. Is that fine with you, Judge? Yes, I suppose that's fine. Very good, and I trust that the defense has no objections. No objections here. Fantastic. Oh, but before I forget, I pledge to speak without fear and prejudice, etc., etc. Now, prosecutor, ask me about what I witnessed over the course of the evening. Oh, okay. Baron Vorgil, on the night of the initial dinner went magnificently. When the photographer arrived, Monsieur Grenouet left to visit the garden. Dame Cataline followed behind him moments later. Signor Pertois, Monsieur Robignol, and myself were engaged in conversation, so we paid her no mind. After the photographer had left, my housemaid left to go find Monsieur Grenouet and Dame Cataline. That would be when I heard her cry for help. Thank you, Baron. I think we all know the story from there. I would like to cross-examine the witness. Do you doubt my integrity, garçon? I thought that was a term for, like, waiter. Okay. I'm just here to uncover the truth, Baron. Very well, then. Hit me with your best shot. Let us establish with absolute certainty that I, Baron Vorgil, am an honest man. The defense may proceed with the cross-examination. Huh, okay, well, I didn't notice anything right out of the... Well, do you care that your silverware was gone? Baron Margil, I would like to ask about the dinner you served that evening. Very well, ask away. Regarding the red herring. I feel like I shouldn't pick that. Regarding the stolen cutlery? Earlier today we established that the silverware was stolen from your residence prior to the banquet. Indeed, I'm aware of whom the culprit is, but I have decided not to press charges. It is curious, then, that you decided to serve steak. It isn't what one would describe as finger food, after all. I don't know about that, Falcon. With the right attitude, all food can be finger food. I agree. There's nothing curious about it. Seigneur Portoir and Dame Cataline are vocal lovers of rare steak. I was merely suiting their needs. Besides, what, other choice did the Baron have, Falcon? Serve vegetable broth like a common peasant? Do be quiet, Prosecutor. You sound ridiculous. Sorry, Baron. Do you have another question about the dinner? Should I ask? About the herring? Now, about this red herring. Yes, what about it? I'm not sure, but I feel it is of vital importance to the case. Falcon, I just want to, clarify this. Are you saying you wish to pursue the red herring? No, I'm not an idiot. Oh, that's tempting. I'm gonna go with no for now. No, it's like I thought I suspect that the red herring may be a diversion. I'll leave it alone for now. It's a good call. The joke was starting to wear thin. No. I'm okay on the dinner. Select a statement. How did you... Okay, let's just ask about everything real quick. Baron Margil, I have some questions about Monsieur... Why do I keep saying Monsieur? That's not how you pronounce it. Monsieur Grenouet. God rest his soul. Why did he visit the garden? Why did Monsieur Grenouet leave to visit the garden? I believe he wanted some fresh air. The steak did not sit well with him, I fear. Oh, I see, but that's quite coincidental timing, isn't it? How so? Well, Monsieur Grenouet felt sick and left the room just after the photographer arrived, and just before the murder occurred. One might draw a link between the food and the sickness. Hold on, Falcon. Surely you are suggesting that Monsieur Grenouet's food was poisoned in some way. I'm not yet. No, there's nothing to indicate poisoning. I just found the timing somewhat puzzling. There's nothing puzzling about it. Monsieur Grenouet always had a soft stomach. It's really no surprise that he couldn't keep down a good rare steak. He is also a frog. Do you have another question? Yes, I'm gonna ask about your relationship. What was your relation to Monsieur Grenouet prior to his demise? We were business partners. Monsieur Grenouet, Seigneur Portoir de Miao, and myself all owned a third share in an up-and-coming railway company. Excuse the crassness of this question, but that would mean that you and Seigneur Portoir would now own half the company each, correct? Correct. I suspect that's a slight glimmer of benefit that arose from this foul situation. But, monsieur, you must understand that Monsieur Grenouet and I were friends as much as we were business associates. I mourn the man's passing. Of course. Do you have another question? No. Okay. Garden. Baron, we saw the murder scene in your garden for ourselves. What's with all the horses? I gotta ask. If I may ask, what's with all the horses? I beg your pardon? There are all these horse and cherub statues in your garden. To be frank, we have found the whole thing a little weird. Could the fence please stop horsing around? That can't possibly have any relevance to the case. Nay, it doesn't. Nay, Your Honor, it doesn't. But hey, you can't bray a man for trying. Not bad. Not bad at all. I do, and I think this is where we're going. When was the last time you visited the garden? Baron Margil, when was the last time you ventured into your own garden? As it happens, I have quite serious allergies. I haven't been in my own garden for years. Ha-ha, liar! Years, you say? Indeed. That's not right. Baron, I do not wish to call you a liar, but that claim does not hold up to scrutiny. Oh, and why is that? Because we have hard evidence that you visited the garden recently. Balderdash, my word is gold. Show the court this so-called hard evidence that I've been in my garden. Okay, here it is. This was found in your garden. To be specific, it was found inside the fountain basin. right beside where the murder occurred. A cigar butt? That could belong to anybody, and... Prosecutor, please shut your mouth. I can speak for myself. Okay, sorry, Baron. That is indeed the remnants of one of my cigars, but I must apologize, Monsieur Falcon, for I misunderstood your initial question. Of course you did. You see, prior to the banquet, I hadn't visited my own garden in years. But naturally, after hearing the housemaid's cry for help on the evening of the murder, I rushed outside. I was shocked and disgusted by what I saw. That must have been when I had dropped my half-smoked cigar in the fountain basin. Did I say where I found that? There's a perfectly reasonable explanation. I would find that believable if the cigar were casually discarded. But as it happened, the cigar butt was found in the fountain's upper basin, a location that could only be accessed with great inconvenience. And a little paddling. Shut up, Sparrowson! The cigar butt was not dropped, it was deliberately hidden. There are any number of possible explanations. Are there? Because I can only think of one. That is, that you, Baron Roygiel, deliberately hid your cigar butt to disguise your own illicit activities. Did I now? And what illicit activities would those be? You want me to spell it out? Fine. Let's put everything on the table. Oh my god! Here, is this the objection theme of the game? I dig it. You, Baron Roygiel, murdered Monsieur Grenouille. That is what you were trying to keep hidden. Directly accusing me of murder. How shamelessly brazen. That is a ludicrous accusation, Falcon. The Baron is an upstanding citizen of the highest order. Your allegation is baseless. You have no evidence, no means, motive, or opportunity. Jesus, this music is loud. No evidence? Think harder, Monsieur Rabbington. Every piece of evidence points to Baron Roygiel as the prime suspect. You want the means? The Baron certainly had the means. His lion's claws are as sharp as a surgeon's blade. Gutting a frog belly would be trivial to him. Even Monsieur Robinho confessed just moments ago that he feared his claws. Ridiculous! I would never threaten a man with violence. You want a motive? The Baron had at least 10,000 francs worth of motive. By removing a business partner, the Baron's share of his railway company increased from 1/3 to 1/2. This is preposterous! And finally, the Baron had an opportunity. No, he crafted the perfect opportunity. He arranged a small banquet with a very select number of guests. He was aware of the missing silverware, and yet he served steak, a food item that necessitates good cutlery. Why? To bloody the hands of his guests, of course. Then he hired an easily influenced photographer and staged a very specific picture in order to build a perfect alibi for himself. Photographing the guests in front of a handless clock to make for easy editing is quite an ingenious plan, it must be said. Prosecutor, are you just going to let this slanderous yarn go uncontested? Say something! Object! Oh, you're pitifully useless. After executing the murder, the Baron found himself still holding a single piece of incriminatory evidence, his finished cigar. He knew that leaving it at the crime scene would raise suspicion, but he didn't have time to properly dispose of it. So out of desperation, he threw it into his fountain, out of the sight of his guests and any snooping police. I imagine the Baron was hoping to implicate Signor Pertois de Miao, since that would ensure total control over his railway company. Alas, Dame Cataline was the first to happen upon the crime scene, so the Baron improvised. This is an outrage! Judge, I demand that you disbar this ranting lunatic. No, there's only one outrage here. That is that a man like yourself is able to abuse his wealth and status to frame an innocent girl for murder. Hell yeah! You're a bourgeoisie of the worst kind. How dare you, garçon! The nerve of a lying scumbag of a lawyer to accuse a philanthropist like myself of something so heinous. I'm nothing like the fat cat bourgeoisie. Why can I not pronounce bourgeoisie? I actually feel like that's a different word, and I'm completely messing it up. But I actually don't know how to pronounce that version of the word, because I'm a fool. I'm a respectable, hardworking capitalist. Oh god, here we go. No, you're a ruthless man who would slander a dear friend just to reap a few francs. You incredulous whelp! I ought to gut you right here and now like a damned frog. Oh, slip of the tongue there, my friend. I'm just gonna let that sit for a hot minute. What do you guys think of that? Jury? We good? Could someone please restrain the Baron? I'm on it, Your Honor. Quark, my homie. Let's go, old man, to the conciergerie with you. Don't touch me, you filthy jackdaw. I can walk myself. Wow, that was a very Von Karma move of you, sir. This is quite a turn of events. Does the prosecution have anything to add? Well, in a manner of, speaking, well, to be honest, no. Then I shall now confer with the members of the jury to come to a decision. I ask that the animals of the court please be patient in this time. Alright, cool, we'll just hang out. Falcon, that was pretty incredible. Thank you. I just hope it was enough. What do you mean? You just proved Cataline's innocence. We'll get a non-guilty verdict for sure. Sparrowson, I think you've misunderstood something important about the justice system. It's not about proof, my dude. What's that? I haven't proved anything. As lawyers, we cannot deal in proofs. It's just not possible. All we can do is organize the evidence and convincingly explain what it suggests. Oh my god. Wow. So real. I haven't proved Dame Cataline's innocence. All I've done is demonstrate that there is a significant possibility that she's not guilty. Which is, ironically, well, the prosecution has the burden of proof. You don't, but that's all you had to do. I'm not sure that I understand the difference. Okay, well, I'll explain it to you later. We've reached a decision. In light of the recent revelations, it's clear that an error of judgment was made with the initial arrest. On that note, we unanimously find the defendant, Dame Cataline de Miao, to be not guilty. Woohoo! Oh, it's beautiful. Where's my confetti? Give it to me. That's an awkward angle. Monsieur Falcon, Petit Sparrowson, you did it. Yeah, I suppose we did, didn't we? Wow, that was such a cool guy response. We should head back to the office so we can celebrate properly. Yay! You did it, Falcon! I can't take all the credit. This was a group achievement. I'm so proud of you both. I'll go get 1 bottle of wine and 3 of our least dirty glasses. Perfect. You were amazing, Monsieur Falcon. Aw, it was nothing. I very much liked the way you pinned the murder on the Baron. That was an act of sheer genius. Wait, did you actually do it? Well, I didn't pin anything. Sparrowson and I just worked at unveiling the truth, given the facts of the case. Monsieur Falcon, there's no need to play coy. The case is over. Play coy? Don't tell me you're actually being sincere. I'm completely lost. Oh, wow. I thought the goody-goody thing was an act, but you actually don't know. Alright, I'll spell it out for you. Girl, did you totally do it? I'm gonna be real impressed. I murdered Monsieur Grenouille. Oh my god, girl, you crazy. I saw him in the garden, all drunk and vulnerable, and I seized my opportunity. It was nothing personal. Just business, you understand. Yes, girl, get it! Business! To increase my papa's share in the train company, of course. My papa always said that drunk old frog was the weakest link. Your confession doesn't make any sense at all. I found Baron Vorgil's cigar butt hidden in the garden. Oh, I put that there. I expected the police to find it, but I suppose that was putting too much faith in the brains of Paris's finest. But Falcon proved that Monsieur Robignol's photograph was edited. It was edited. I wasn't in the picture because I was busy paying a visit to Monsieur Grenouille in the garden. My papa knew I needed an alibi, so he ordered Monsieur Robignol to paint me over Baron Vorgil, and to add hands to the clock. But that lazy artist didn't manage to finish altering either photograph by trial day. It's a good thing Monsieur Falcon was so imaginative, because that could have gone very badly. Cool. What's with the silence? You should both be proud. There are many lawyers in the whole of France who could have won a case like this, even for a bourgeoisie kitty like me. See, that's how you spell bourgeoisie. Now I don't know what that other word was. I think you should leave. Fine. So much for the celebrations. Here's the payment for your services, straight from my papa's pockets. Well, adieu, Monsieur Falcon. Adieu, Petite Sparrowson. Bye, girl. Love you. Falcon, what do we do now? Nothing. Double jeopardy exists for a reason. Falcon? And he has an identity crisis and stops being a lawyer. The end. Yay! Oh, that was so fun. Oh, I'm kind of glad. I'm actually... I was worried that, things were going too fast and then it was gonna... I know this was like a tutorial case, so like, I expected it to have a kind of simple solution, but I'm glad they sprung that on me at the end. I like that. I can tell this game's gonna be full of surprises like that, and I cannot wait to find them all. It's gonna be super fun. And I hope you guys are enjoying it too. So, next time we will continue on to Act 2, which will involve something else that I don't want to get into because it won't save. So, I will see you guys then. Bye!